Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as a thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast, please be sure to leave a 5-star rating and be sure to follow. Okay, folks, let's quickly take a look at the price of Bitcoin because Bitcoin did have a pullback. It's currently trading at just over $70,000. Now, from a chart perspective, things still look good, but we could see further downside tomorrow or into the weekend, and it could invalidate a lot of things. Right now, there's higher highs and higher lows that are forming. Bitcoin is in the middle as far as the RSI is concerned. It's away from the oversold and it's also away from the overbought. So there is kind of a crossroads here of what Bitcoin may want to do. So we want to see a reversal pretty soon, guys, because the bulls, based on the MACD, are losing control on the daily chart. So let's see how it plays out. Again, the higher highs and higher lows are still playing out here for this relief rally. Again, not a move to new all-time highs, just simply a relief rally. Something that is not a good sign. Jim Cramer today tweeted out, it is very oversold, talking about the markets. Now, he's primarily talking about the stock market, but, everything has been down. So let's see, guys. I don't know if this is it for the relief rally or we still go up a bit higher, touch 80K or so, between 80, 85K, and then roll over. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we got to be patient and let things play out. Now, we have an update here around Morgan Stanley's application for a Bitcoin ETF. Most recently, we heard that they're looking to do this. Well, they have filed a new form with the SEC for their spot Bitcoin ETF, revealing the ticker symbol will be MSBT. So we are continuing to see the dominoes fall on Wall Street with the biggest institutions adopting crypto in many different ways, whether they're launching investment products like ETFs, they're using stable coins, they're using blockchain technology in different ways for tokenization and much more. So this will establish another on-ramp to allow more capital to come into the market. And obviously they're going to start with Bitcoin and then they're going to do altcoins, right? We've seen this process with many other institutions. Now, look at this news. XRP Treasury Evernorth files with the SEC to list shares on the Nasdaq. So I had interviewed the founder of Evernorth, Ashish Burla, I think it was last year. And as stated, they're looking to be the dedicated XRP digital asset treasury. So they have submitted a key filing with the SEC, putting it a step closer to their goal of going public on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. The Ripple Labs-backed firm announced plans to go public in October through a merger with a special purpose acquisition company, Armada Acquisition Corp. 2. In a statement on Wednesday, Evernorth announced that it had filed a Form S-4 registration statement with the U.S. SEC, marking the final regulatory hurdle before launching via a SPAC. And the ticker symbol will be XRPN. So this is really great. Evernorth stated in October that it expects the merger to generate $1 billion in gross proceeds, which will be primarily used to build an XRP treasury, with a smaller portion of the funds being allocated to operating and deal expenses. So this is really great, and this will give a lot of different institution exposure to XRP in a different way, of course, via a stock. Okay, moving ahead, Europe's largest asset manager, Amundi, has launched a $100 million tokenized fund on Ethereum and the Stellar blockchain. So we're seeing tokenization across the globe, and they're using multiple chains. We've often talked on this podcast that it's going to be a multi-chain world. There's not going to be one chain to rule them all. If anyone's telling you that, they're lying to you. And on the flip side, I don't believe there's going to be a billion blockchains, right? There's going to be certainly a good maybe top 10 to 20 that are going to be used in different ways, different industries across the world. Maybe a bit more, maybe top 30 or so, right? But we're going to have to pay attention to which ones get the adoption and the building that happening on them, and they continue to upgrade and improve things. Now, speaking of tokenization, Apex Group Tokeny taps Polygon to debut chain for compliant tokenized RWA. So this is a clear example of a multi-chain world. Polygon, of course, is a blockchain that's been around for a long time. It's an Ethereum layer 2. I am a Polygon token holder. The token used to be called Matic and has been renamed. So let me give you the details. So Apex Group's Tokeny has tapped Polygon Labs to launch T-Rex Ledger. That's an interesting name. A compliance-focused blockchain designed to help regulated tokenized assets move across networks without repeating investor checks and transfer restrictions. In a Thursday release shared with Cointelegraph, the project said it targets a key friction point in tokenized markets. ERC 3643 is an Ethereum-based token standard for permission tokens representing real-world assets that can support compliant issuance of RWAs. But identity checks, eligibility rules, and transfer restrictions often remain fragmented when the same asset is distributed across multiple chains. T-Rex Ledger is being pitched as a shared compliance layer that other chains can query while settlement continues to take place on external networks. Built with Polygon's chain development kit and connected to AgLayer, the system is intended to act as a common registry for investor eligibility and transfer rules across tokenized securities. So we continue to see innovation and building from different chains, new products as it relates to tokenization and much more. So this is a very good sign, guys. A lot of building happening here in the bear market, and that's typically when you do see a lot of really, really innovative things because people are not focused so much on marketing or the price action. They're just building, right? It's kind of a quiet time. And I've seen this, I've gone through many cycles and I've seen this time and time again. So really great to see all the new things that are being developed. All right, folks, this episode is brought to you by iTrust Capital, which makes crypto investing easy via an IRA. And iTrust Capital gives you that IRA to invest in crypto as well as precious metals like gold and silver. So if you have a long-term view on these assets, you can invest via the IRA and get huge tax benefits. Many of you know when you sell your assets, there is capital gains incurred, whether it be gold or silver or your crypto assets. So you can do this through iTrust Capital's IRA. You can buy and sell crypto, gold and silver 24/7. The amount of crypto assets they have is over 80, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, and much more. And it's low cost and there's no monthly fee. And a great thing about the precious metals, it's not paper gold or paper silver. So if you want to redeem those assets at any point, you can redeem the physical asset. So this is one of the unique features of this platform. And folks, they also offer a great custody solution called Premium Custody Account. And this, I believe, is the second safest way behind self-custody to custody your assets. It's operational 24/7, and iTrust Capital is using Coinbase Prime, Fidelity Digital Assets, as well as Fireblocks. So we all know BlackRock uses Coinbase Prime. So they're using tier 1 custody level options here, so you can sleep at night knowing that your assets are safe. And it's a closed loop system. So if someone hacks into your account, they can't withdraw. So this is a really, really great option, both for investing as well as custody. So again, if you have that long-term view on both crypto as well as precious metals, this is a great way to do it. If you have an existing 401k or IRA, you can simply roll it over and to this version. And folks, if you use my link to sign up, you can get a $100 funding bonus. I have an account with them, so check it out. Link will be in the description. Okay, moving ahead, Wall Street heavyweight Cantor among investment banks pitching FalconX for its potential IPO. So we continue to see crypto companies are planning to go public, whether that's an IPO or via a SPAC. Most recently, we heard about Abra, the crypto wealth platform founded by Bill Barheit. They're looking to go public via SPAC. You also have the tokenization firm Securitize looking to do that. However, I think a lot of firms are going to put a lot of things on hold because of the bear market and all the everything that's happening from the macro with the war and much more. Just yesterday, I reported that Kraken, they are looking to put a pause on their IPO until market conditions improve. So you're seeing some of the big Wall Street names getting involved. So Cantor Fitzgerald, that is, of course, Howard Lutnick's firm. He works now for the Trump administration. And we've seen Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, all these other folks looking to be involved. So it's pretty incredible what's happening. And it's just signs of the times, right? Crypto companies are rising in prominence and looking to go public. So some details. Cantor is among the firms pitching FalconX for its potential IPO, though no bankers have been formally appointed yet, according to the sources. FalconX, an institutional-focused crypto prime broker, is evaluating listing plans as a tough digital asset market has seen firms such as Kraken pause their IPOs. The company has been scaling through acquisitions while Cantor deepens its footprint in the crypto markets. Okay, moving ahead, Coinbase's Bitcoin Yield fund goes on-chain with Apex's tokenization push. So, Coinbase Asset Management is launching a tokenized share class of its Bitcoin Yield fund on Base in partnership with $3.5 trillion fund services giant Apex Group. The launch underscores a broader push by major asset managers to bring funds on blockchain rails to cut costs, speed up settlement, and expand distribution. Available initially to non US investors, Coinbase Asset Management said it plans to bring the US version of its Bitcoin Yield fund on chain as well. So we're seeing all types of innovation when it comes to these financial products. So this is interesting, and putting in a tokenized format allows you to distribute it globally and have it run 24/7. So very, very interesting. Moving ahead, Singapore-based RYDE, adopts crypto treasury strategy. So this is an interesting one. Ride Group, a Singapore-based ride-sharing and carpool platform similar to Uber or Lyft, said Wednesday it has adopted a crypto treasury strategy for its corporate reserve. The company said it will invest a portion of its corporate reserves into Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana, with specific allocations and time of purchase to be determined by a governance team at Ride. Ride cited the evolving macroeconomic environment as a reason for adopting a crypto treasury and said that the option to invest portions of its treasury in digital assets gives the company more flexibility in how it manages its treasury operations. Folks, this is really great. This company clearly has nothing to do with crypto, but they are recognizing the power of crypto in this new asset class and how it has performed very well over the past decade and more. And notice they're not doing the Michael Saylor craziness of going and raising insane amounts of debt to buy. They're just taking some of their corporate reserves. And I think this is the safe model that many of these businesses and corporations can use, because they still have their day-to-day business running, and ways of generating revenue. And I think it's smart of them to take a portion of their reserves and put it into crypto. And that's what Tesla and SpaceX have done, and some other companies. It's just that Michael Saylor's way of doing things have kind of drowned out, the normal, logical way of doing it, which is this. And again, I don't want MicroStrategy to fail. I don't want Michael Saylor to fail, because I think that would be detrimental to the market. But I do believe he's taking a risk by leveraging up so much, right? So much debt being raised, and just to buy Bitcoin. And his company itself is not doing that great when it comes to revenue. So it's now become just a Bitcoin treasury company. The ethos of the company has kind of disappeared, right? So, but this is really great news, and it's amazing that it's happening globally. It's a global trend. So to have a crypto treasury, so this is really great. Final news item here, the ECB, the European Central Bank, seeks experts to help integrate digital euro into ATMs, card payment terminals. So again, guys, globally, we are seeing the integration of stablecoins, look, CBDCs, crypto, blockchain tech, and much more. So it's amazing what these governments are looking to do. And we've talked about it ad nauseum. The future of capital markets, economies, and governments will all run on blockchain rails. So the European Central Bank is recruiting experts to help draft rules for how a potential digital euro would function in everyday payments, focusing on ATMs and in-store card terminals. One workstream will define how payment services process digital euro transactions, including offline use and compatibility with existing standards, while another will design a certification process for payment tools and infrastructure. The Digital Euro project, now awaiting political approval with a possible rollout by 2029, is advancing alongside the Quivalis initiative, in which 12 European banks plan to launch a euro-pegged stablecoin in 2026. Folks, I think by 2030, we're going to see stable coins and even CBDCs running through the rails of at least more than 50% of payments. I'm not saying 100%. I think, to get the other 50%, it'll still take time, because, certain parts of the countries and the economy need to be upgraded, right? There are people living at different income levels, and you guys understand what I'm saying. So it will take time to get all that up and running, but they're not slowing down here, these governments, and you have to pay attention. I'm here in the United States. We're still looking for the anti-CBDC bill to be passed. into law. And there has been some drama recently where certain folks have said, "Oh yeah, we'll pass it. Just put a sunset feature where the ban kind of ends by 2030." Now, some people are fighting back on that, so we'll see how that plays out. There's still people who want to push that. And while they may do something now, if they don't put something in law, a future president could come along and take advantage of that. And this is why I've been saying for years, be vigilant. And it doesn't matter that they put this bill together; it hasn't been passed yet. Until it's signed into law, it's all just smoke and mirrors, right? And we got to watch out. I live in the United States and I believe in the U.S. Constitution, so I'm gonna keep looking at it and paying attention. Don't get distracted by other things, guys. This is an important one because the potential for governments to abuse this, man, it is unlike anything else we've seen historically. Because if they can program your money and control that, and we're in a digital world, it's going to be easy for them to use that against you. So we gotta pay attention. And I'm just the things I was talking about for a long time. Some of it is coming to fruition here, where there's people trying to slow down CBDC bans and much more. All right, folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't as yet. Folks, be sure to support the podcast by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It is 100% free. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital, and my course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you everything you need to know about crypto. Right now, we have a big bear market sale going on. Use the code BEAR, BEAR, at checkout to get 50% off the cost, guys. So this is a great course packed with tons of expert commentary and much more. So check it out at mycryptocourse.com. All the links will be in the description. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.